Alright, hi everybody. So we're gonna go in to the mine, and just a note, so this character is 232 million. She has 4 pieces of mythic chief gear and 2 pieces of legendary. So here I'm showing you the final skill that pops on the skill tree. We want the one on the right. And here is the skill tree. So what we're going to do is left, right, left, left, right. So all of these increase your little output, and one makes you march faster. And then that very last one pops every 5 minutes. So if you time it right, you should be able to do it at least 3 times. 2 times on the veins ideally, and then 1 time at the very end. And I'll show you a little trick to up your points with that, even if you can't use it on veins. So right now I'm just looking around because the most important thing is to get the mine patrols. So they're the ones that give you the points for your skill tree, and you want to do that. You want to knock that out as fast as you can. I'm just looking real quick to see if Kimmy's in here with me, because she always is. But I wouldn't know unless she chatted. And usually, I found a really good spot up there that I thought about moving to. But usually, wherever I spawn in, I go ahead and defeat the mine patrol wherever I am, just because they disappear so quickly. Everybody's caught on that they need to get those right away. So wherever you spawn in, I recommend just going ahead and getting the ones around you. And obviously the level 3s are going to give you the most, and then level 2s, and then level 1s. The level 3s, it just depends on who you're in the mine with. So I usually like to do the first time slot that opens or the very last. Those two seem to be the best for power levels. Like, you're not going to get... it honestly just depends. But I just had the most luck with the first slot and the last one. So this is the very first slot. What is it? I think it's at 21 UTC. Alright, so I went back and I'm just going to stay where I was and get these mine patrols. And see, that one person ran away, right away, because I was there, but they didn't have to. They could have gone after these. You also get an influx of points for attacking the nodes for the first time. So they could have been doing that while I was getting the mine patrol. See, my first skill already popped, so I picked the first one on the skill tree to the left. I'm just waiting for my marches to come back. Now we're going to the right. That's our march speed on the skill tree. Those first 2 I try to do right away. And sometimes I don't get the whole tree filled out by the first time the veins come, but I'll show you another trick when the first set of veins pop. Looking for somewhere to move. That was a good spot. So when you're moving too, I moved kind of far away from these nodes because you've got to anticipate the veins popping up, and the veins have to have room to pop up somewhere. So if you teleport right next to a node, there's no room for the veins to be there. Plus, if you are right next to the node, a higher level or a stronger player can see your city and see your node right there, and they'll know right away if they can attack you. If your city is a little bit further away from the node, like this isn't far enough, but just for not as strong players, then they have a harder time finding you, and they're not sure if they can attack you, and you might get attacked less. I'm trying my hardest to have my skill tree filled out by the 20-minute mark. And see on the lower level veins, once the what's it called, where it gives you the little boost in points is done, I recall my march so I have it back, especially if it's a strong march. Me and Mr. Boss go back and forth a little bit this whole time, unfortunately for him. And see, I made a mistake and I stopped paying attention to the mine control as closely. And we have 3 minutes until the 20-minute mark. They stop spawning is the thing. So if you don't get them right away, you kind of have to wait. But the trick is when the veins pop, more mine patrol pop. So in my opinion, it's worth it to forego some of the veins to keep filling out your tree. Now, if your tree is already filled out, don't do that. Go for the veins. But it's worth it to have that loot an extra for 60 seconds, 3 full times, than it is to get the veins. Because that influx of points makes a big difference, especially at the very end, at the last 5 minutes. You'll see my score jump when we get there. And see, I want to attack Mr. Boss right there at that node, but the march, you see up in the top right, my march was 7:55, and the one before that was like 7:15, I think, and I didn't think the 7:15 could take him, but the 7:55 could. And I didn't scout him, that's just instinct, but you can always scout to see. And see, like, I see them attacking me, so I looked real quick to see who it is, and I knew I could take them, so I did not recall. I'm looking around for mine patrol, see how far away they are. So the first ones aren't going to pop up until, well, the first respawns of them really, until the first veins. You see, they knocked my march out because they already attacked once, so I should have recalled there. So the first vein outburst pops at 20 minutes. So this would be ideal to have your skill tree filled out by the 20-minute mark, but we do have 3 refreshes of these veins. So you can fill out your skill tree with the first 2 refreshes and then pop that skill by the 3rd, and then you'll still be able to use it 3 times. So I usually wait until like the 30-second mark, depending on how far away my marches are, and then I start recalling, unless I'm getting attacked, obviously, because it's not worth it to get hurt right now. I was trying to see if I was stronger. Alright, so here they come. My skill tree is not filled out. It's getting close. But all these veins are right here by me, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to get them while keeping my eye out for mine patrol. There's a 2. I have no marches because I was greedy with the veins. Now we're going left again. The left skill, there's one for if you attack you get points, and there's one if you get attacked or if you attack and you lose and you get points. So if you're not very strong, you can do the other one where you lose the fight and you get points for that as well. I'm really thinking about moving right now. Mr. Boss keeps injuring all my troops. So I need a little bit further to go to get that last skill. We're at 18 minutes. There's one more vein pop, so I didn't get my tree filled out by the time all of these happened, which is okay, but not ideal. That is another thing with the one skill, like every minute or so, go and attack a gathering node with someone in it for the extra points, depending on which skill you pick. So if you pick the one where you do defeat the enemy, then make sure it's someone you can beat. I wanted to see his gear, so my gear's better, but otherwise we're kind of even. So now that all the veins have popped, I'm just going to send my marches out to the normal nodes and leave a march or two free for the mine patrol because I still don't have my tree filled out. And it'd be awesome to fill the tree out before the 15-minute mark so I can still get the 60 seconds of extra points 3 times. That makes all the difference. Alright, so I sped that because I'm at the 15-minute 30-second mark. So now my skill is popped. I'm going to click it. Ideally, yeah, you recall all your troops because the skill only works. You have to hit it before you dispatch everyone. So even though we're right here at the 15-minute mark, remember the veins pop at 10 minutes and they do it 3 times. So even though it's not exactly at the 15-minute mark, I'll still get one of the 60 seconds on one of the refreshes of the veins, which is all that matters. So now I'm going to pop it and attack. And you can attack blank nodes as well. The important thing is not to waste it, not to waste that extra skill. Because even though the veins aren't there, you can still use the skill. And the same thing applies, like we're going to use it at the 10-minute mark when the veins pop, and then we'll use it at the 5 or like 4-ish minute mark. Go around and see who you can defeat, pop it, and attack, and then just leave your marches there. And see, that's that skill on the skill tree. When they attack and they lose, I get more points. But that's what I'm saying. If you're not as strong, then you can use the other one where they attack and you lose and you still get the points. And I'm going to play on a weaker character later that I'm going to pick that skill and try to get the same amount of points that I've gotten on this character. Just by kind of using the inverse. So I checked their march times. I'm closer, plus I can use speed up, so I did that. Sometimes it's defensive, like I didn't need that mine patrol, but I also didn't want them to have it. I don't know if their skill tree is filled out or not. I assume it is, but it's still extra points that I don't want to give someone else. So I'm checking to see how strong I am. I'm not strong enough. I'm not liking being in this spot, but we're so close to the 10-minute mark where the veins pop up that I want to wait and see if any veins pop up right next to me. Because this isn't the worst spot. There are worse ones with way stronger people. So I'm just going to wait and see at the 10-minute mark and then probably move around after that. See, I know that march has been attacked a couple times, so I'm going to go ahead and recall it. Because even if it's a strong march, if you've been attacked, your troops do get injured the same way. So here the new veins come. Also, something to note is that you see I'm about to recall all these, but on the gathering nodes, that one up at the top has 3 minutes, 3:20, 3:40. So once the timer ticks down, like once a node is completely empty, it'll disappear and a new one will spawn like pretty close by to it. So if you're at a node that's about to expire, stick around, let it expire, and then a new one will pop up and go get that new one because you'll get that influx of points. for attacking a new vein, plus the loot, if you can get to the loot quick enough. My troops are really hurt at this point, so I recalled that march because I knew I would lose. And now I'm thinking about moving. I'm gonna hit my skill. And this is the third refresh of the veins, if you can see. So you don't have to do it on the very first one. And you can attack normal nodes as well. It doesn't have to be veins. I'm just full sending this. There's even a new mine guard right there, so I'm gonna get the extra points for that. Oops, that was only the second refresh of veins. So I made it with plenty of time. I always want to get these new gathering nodes. I wish they would have waited to attack until I had already been in there. Excuse me. And then I would have gotten the boost from attacking it first, and then the boost whenever they lost. Oh, Mr. Boss again. Yay. And so our skill is gonna pop one more time before this ends. So we'll be able to use it one more time. And the very last time, there's no veins. So you recall all your marches, get somewhere where you know you can win, pop it, and then attack everything around. So I have 2 minutes left. 5:45 left on the clock. 30 seconds. So here's where I'm gonna recall everyone. I'm in a good spot, but a lot of my troops are pretty hurt. So when I recall from all these, people are probably going to take them over, which is what I hope, but it'd be better if my troops weren't as injured. So I'm going to hit it, and then I'm just going to attack the same places that I was. Ideally, people would be there. I would get more points that way. And now you essentially just sit and run out the clock. See, the one node only has 15 seconds left on it. That's this one. So watch. So it disappears, and this one popped up in its place. So I'm immediately gonna go and get that one. Hopefully first. It's like first hit rewards, basically. See that cool mount down there? There was another one that popped up there, so I'm going after that one. And now with this little bit of time left, I'm not gonna try to move, but I am looking around for people that I could kick out, just for the extra boost of points at the last second. Man, that guy really likes attacking me. You're only winning because my troops are so hurt. I'm just trying to keep all these people who are up here next to the middle from getting the extra points from the mine patrol if I can. It's not a crazy amount of points, but sometimes it makes a difference. Like me and this Chris guy that's over to my right, I barely beat them. Just because we kept going back and forth and giving each other points. But yeah, that's it. I'd say the most important things are just using your 60-second skill at least 3 times and kicking people out every minute or so, or as often as you can, for those extra points, and attacking the brand new gathering nodes so you get that extra 20 seconds of points at the start, and getting the loot, of course.